Hey guys, this is Sandra with Willow57. I'm so glad that you have joined me today. I hope that this finds everybody doing well. Hope that you guys had a very blessed and beautiful Christmas and New Year's. I took a couple of weeks off of YouTube just to focus on family and the holidays, and we just had a wonderful time. And last couple days, I've been trying to get back into the swing of everything of normal, what is normal for me. And in doing so, as far as Willow 57 goes, I have been trying to get some of my stuff done, some of the base stuff that you use throughout the year, that you can just use, supplies and such. One of such supplies that I have been working on is my packaging. And I have a video on my YouTube channel that you can find where I show you how I do mine using book pages. So, like if this was an order, this would go over this, and then there'd be a thank you card, and that's my packaging for what I sell. Well, for some of what I sell. But in the process, being a good paper artist that we are, we try, and our goal is to use up as much junk as possible, right? Things that we try to recycle. And that's one of the things I love about our art is, that we're taking things that would normally just be thrown away or wasted and try to make it into something beautiful. And, I think there's a fine line there. I think some of us are a little OCD about it. And, we feel like we have to use up every single little scrap of every possible paper. And, I try my darndest. I really honestly do. It's important to me, again, like most of you, to use up a lot of our, resources and not to let a lot of go to waste. However, that being said, ladies, listen to me. Gentlemen, listen to me. It is important for us to remember that it's impossible. Okay. We cannot get bogged down. And I'm talking to me. We cannot get bogged down with the idea that we have to use every little scrap of paper of something, because to me, it brings more stress than it brings joy. Is that understandable? When my scrap pile gets too big and it's overwhelming, then I feel this pressure to have to use all of those scraps. And I do try to use most of my scraps, absolutely. However, it comes to a point where, it's just too much. It's too much. And so I have to throw stuff away. I just do. Sue me. I do what I do. I do my best. For example, the book that I used to make the book pages that I used, the book itself was going to go to the trash. Okay. It was an old book, as you can tell by the patina pages. It was not going to be used anymore. It was going to be thrown away. So I made myself these things out of it. In doing so, however, I made all of this. This is all from scraps from doing this. Okay. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with all of this scraps? There's just so much. This ain't even to mention, hold on, I got this as a scrap bin, right? Okay. And I know you guys have similar things. And I have another box down there that's got other kinds of scraps in it. Another box down there's got other kinds of scraps in it. And scrap, 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 scrap. So here's my dilemma. And wanting to help the environment, save things that are going to the trash, I need to find a balance, okay? So this year, I have decided for 2024 that I'm going to live in balance. I'm going to try my best to use as much up of stuff as I can, but I also have to be willing to be realistic in the fact that I use more of this book than would have ever been used had I not used it at all, right? Okay, so I have to use that compromise. However, that does not mean that I have to throw all of this away. This paper is really good. It's good, thick. Like I said, I love the patina. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm calling this a new series, and it's called Scrapology. I don't know if that word's been used before or if I made it up. I don't know, but I like it. I'm going to use it. So for 2024, I'm coming up with a new series called Scrapology. Yep, hashtag Scrapology. And in such, I'm going to in balance, try to use up some of my scraps and be willing to let go of the things that I can't, right? Sounds like a serenity prayer. I know. So I do want to use up some of these. This is great paper. And another thing is I don't want this year to feel like I have, in our art form, there are new products that are coming out on a daily basis. Beautiful, amazing things that, we can purchase online and download them. We can run to the store and buy them. And trust me, I love new stuff. In fact, let me show you. This is one of the things that I got for Christmas. It's a junk journal cutout. it has all of these amazing things that I can cut out and use. Aren't they great? I'm pretty excited about it. However, again, one of the bases of junk journals is using junk. So yes, I will use my new stuff, but this year I am determined not to get caught up in I got to have the newest thing. Okay. Not easy for me, but I'm going to. This year I have got a room full of stuff that I have bought and purchased that I need to use up. So this year, my goal is to balance and not buy a whole bunch of new stuff. Use some of the stuff that I have, but not feel like I have to use it all. Does that make sense? Anybody with me? Anybody want to do this with me? Okay, so Scrapology. Here's where we're going to start, okay? These are my scraps for this week, okay? This is the scraps that I'm going to work on. What can I do with all of that, right? Well, not all of it, because look, I'm going to half it right now. I'm going to, now see these right here are great, because look at all that blankness that I can use, okay? That's great. I can definitely use that. What can I do with all this? First of all, in my reality, I'm going to take this handful. Nobody panic, okay? Nobody freak out on me, because I'm going to do it, ladies. I'm chunking it. Throwing this part away. I can't use all of this. I don't have time to use all of this, okay? And again, I have to be okay with the fact that I rescued more of this book than would have ever been rescued had I not rescued it at all. So that's where I'm at. All right, so Scrapology. What now can I do with the remainders of these scraps? Okay, balance. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. There are many, many videos out there that you can find. I could start naming names, but you just look up Scrapbusters. That's one of them. MMS, I think is Scrapbusters is one. I don't remember. There's tons of them out there, okay? Tons and tons and tons of Scrapbuster ideas out there. So everything that I do today is probably not going to be anything new under the sun, but it's my video and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here's some ideas, all right? You have these scraps off of these books. You want to use them. You don't want to waste all of them. What can I do with these? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. There are so many different ideas, okay? There's market. That's what we're going to start with. If you have scraps like this, let's mark it. How do you mark it? Well, you get you out some paint or you get you out some markers. I'm going to start with these markers. These I bought brand new. They've been sitting in my craft room. I used them a little bit, but not a whole lot. Today I'm going to use them, okay? So you grab you a marker that you like, whatever kind you prefer. Oh, that lid wasn't on there. Good. Let's see if it works. Oh, it don't. These are alcohol inks, so it's basically just a permanent marker. I don't know why this lid's not going on there right. Ooh, okay, all right. So grab my marker and go to marking, okay? Just make whatever marks your little heart desires on your paper, okay? Create some kind of interest on it. Ta-da. I can do this one like polka dots. Because I like polka dots. Who don't like a good polka dot, right? And then I can use this in creating some kind of interest later on as ephemera, on my ephemera, right? Easy enough, okay? You can do the XOXO love and kisses, okay? Look at that. You can do barcodes. Not really barcodes, but you understand. Doesn't matter. Mark it up. Easy peasy. You can make all kinds of designs on them. I'm just doing black. One color, one marker, one color. Not hard. Look at that. I can do different things like this. I can make a line, go doot, 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 go doot, 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 doot. See, look. I can do hearts. Doodles. They don't have to be perfect. Just add some kind of interest. Okay, this piece. Do I want to cut off the words? I can, but it could also add interest to that. What if I just took my marker and I did some doodles on this one? One of my favorite doodles. I don't like that color. Let's find a different one. I want more green. One of my favorite doodles to do is vines. Right? And then I take a color and I make me some flowers. Nothing hard. Do a heart, do a heart, do a heart. Bam, I got a flower there. Look, do a heart, heart. This one's got 4. Do a heart. Do a heart. It don't have to be perfect. It just has to, you know, something that you could add to your ephemera to make some kind of something out of. And I can take that brownish color I didn't like a minute ago and make me centers with little lines for my flowers. Look at that. Maybe I'll do an outline on it, on some of it. See? You don't have to be perfect. It just doodles, create something. I mean, this is the kind of stuff we pay people for. We go and buy this stuff at the stores, and that's all that it is stuff like this, right? So I'm saying let's save our resources this year and try to use some of the stuff, but not freak out if we don't use it all, right? What else can I do with this? Well, one of the things that we always use in our junk journals is words, right? We like phrases on our... Well, here we go. Okay, I got a stamp block. I got some ink. We all have these things. Let's stamp the word favor. I like the word favor. Nah, let's do something shorter. Let's do fun. Fun, that's more fun, right? So I'm going to stamp the word fun. And in. And I'm going to do it again. Fun, 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 right? Because this is fun. This is no-brainer. Easy peasy stuff. And I could take my scissors if I wanted to. Cut that down. Put that in my bin of stuff to be added onto ephemera. And voila. Like that, okay? Obviously, you can type as many words, any word that you want. You can type a whole sentence or whatever, because this paper is really good for that, right? Okay, so what's another idea that I can do? Speaking of stamps, we all have tons of stamps. These are all my field labeled, those kinds of stamps, right? So we're always looking for numbers to put on our ephemera. Ta-da. Right? You can use different color inks, or you can just use black ink. You can even use paint if you don't have inks. I have done that. Okay, so now I can take my scissors again, cut those down, or I don't even have to cut them down if I don't want to. I can just leave them the way they are. This makes it a little easier to grab, and now I have these cute little things to stick on my... These I could throw away. I don't need every scrap. I don't need every piece. Look at this, bugs. Bugs are always fun. Let's do a bug. Voila. Right? I can cut these down. And look, in a matter of seconds, I've already created a little pile of pieces that I can add interest to my ephemera with my scraps. Okay, what else can we do? How about watercolor? This is my granddaughter's playset that she watercolors with. Okay, and she watercolored last night, so there's water already on there. But I do have my paintbrush. So let's do this beautiful blue, shall we? Blue. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I can do blue stripes. Ooh, I like that. I can go right over these words. I can take... Oh, I love it. Isn't that great? What other color do we got? Ooh, this purple color is shiny. Now watch, I can come back over and do like that. Now, I don't tend to use this much color in my junk journal, but I could use whatever colors that fits what I want, right? Look at that. So now I have this. It adds interest. I can put a butterfly on that or whatever. That's so cool. And then when that dries, I could even take my black marker and add some more doodles, and we'll do that in just a second. Okay? And then the other thing that we could always do to add interest is take a little bit of paint. This is black, again. This is an acrylic paint. You don't have to take a lot of it. I'm going to pour just a little bit into my cup here, my lid. And I'm going to take a stencil. Now, the cool thing about stencils is you can use whatever. This right here is a stencil that I made with punches, okay? Paper punches. See the stars? I got me a little sponge here. And I'm going to just stencil. I'm not even on my paper anymore. I'm going on to my background now, but that's okay. Look, now I got stars on that one. Let's do it one more time. Let's do the circles this time. They don't have to be perfect. It's just a visual. See? Now I can add that to a piece of my ephemera, and that's going to add interest to it. And I just saved a book, right? From being useless. Yay! Okay, you can use, there's, you know, stencils are endless. Here's one of my personal favorites to do is letters. I don't know why I love letters like this so much, but I do. Just to take, again, you dab a little bit of that on there. Again, it don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be fully covered. See? Interest. That's going to look cute somewhere. Right? And I could go on. I could spend an hour doing this with this stuff. Look at this one's a big one. What would we do with this one? Well, I happen to have this giant stamp. This stamp right here that I think is a really cool background stamp that I can, again, just create some kind of interest with. Yes, again, it's letters. Look. I can ink around the edges if I want to. And I don't even have to use an ink pad to do it. Use the sponge and my paint. I can grunge that up to make it look really cool. I don't even mind the tear in it. It gives it extra character. See? Because we don't have to all go out. I mean, if you want to and you can, fine. You know, the economy these days and the way things are, groceries are outrageous. Let's find ways to make our really what it is, junk journals, right? But in balance, without feeling like we have to go out and spend a whole bunch of money, or that we have to use every single item that we're trying to upcycle. Hold on, I'm trying to get my wifey tried. Okay, so anyway, that's my video for today. I hope this inspires you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a little bit more of this kind of thing. You know, every week as I'm working on projects and whatnot, I'll be saving some of my scraps and showing you what I'm going to do with my scraps. And again, I'm hoping that this is helping some of us that have those tendencies to want to hoard and hold on to every single thing. If it's not bringing you joy, if it's not, you know, giving you peace because you're saving every little scrap and it's giving you more stress than it is fun, then ladies, let it go. Okay? Again, I did this with this book. There's still pages of this book that I saved that I'm going to use for other stuff. I don't have to feel like I have to use every single scrap of this book in order for me to feel like I've done good. Okay? I use way more of this book than would have ever been used had I not saved it. I can let part of it go. Okay? I did my part. Everybody understand? I hope so. And I hope this encourages you. Like I said, I hope that you find some creative outlet for some of your scraps and let some of them go, because that's the truth of what we need to do. This is Scrapology with Willow 57. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Bye.